Hi, I'm Lilly from the Creative Art Studio, and today we're going to be making a candy cauldron. You know those awesome pumpkin pails that always are pictured with tons of candy spilling out of them? We're going to make it today out of balloons. My color scheme today is going to reflect my personal home decor at home, and we're going to use different tones of pink, yellows, and orange. We're going to start with our candy corn candy. This is going to be made up of 3 160 balloons, and we're going to be able to make more than one out of every balloon. Remember, all the materials listed are always on the website at creativeheartstudio.com under the project. This one's titled Candy Cauldron. So we're first going to blow up our first 160, which is our orange one, and we're just going to give it one tiny pump. We're going to tie it off, and then we're going to decide what size we want the bottom of our candy corn to be. I'm going to go about that much. So I'm going to cut off the rest because I'm going to save it for more. Then I'm going to re-inflate this with just one pump. And continue making continue making more of these until I don't have any more balloon left. Now that we have all our oranges done, we're going to go ahead and snip off the ends. This is faster to do with a smaller balloon pump, but if you only have one standard balloon pump, you can go ahead and make it with this as well. I'm going to switch to my smaller one just because it's easier. Now I'm going to take my second color, which is yellow, tie it off, and measure it against my orange one, making sure it's smaller because I'm going to go into a triangle shape. Now I'm going to take my white one and go even smaller. Now that I have all my balloons inflated, I'm going to use glue dots and begin to adhere them to each other. I always put 2, one on each end to make sure my balloons stay down. And we have our little candy corn. Now we're going to make our lollipops for the candy cauldron. I'm going to take 3 160s, a white one for my base, and 2 of whatever color you decide for your lollipop. I'm inflating my first 160. So it's pretty long. I'm going to inflate my second 160 about half the size. My white 160, which is going to be my lollipop stick, is going to be about 14 inches. So what I like to do is take 3 little fingers and twist it, the same 3 fingers, and twist it, and then bring the tail down, twist it, and in between these 2 pieces. That way it's secure. Then I'm going to take both of these and twist them onto each other so they become two little tiny loops. Then this top piece here, I'm going to fold it over, twist it, and bring it right through my 2 pieces. then the bottom piece, I'm going to tie it off and cut it. Now we're going to take our lollipop stick, and using the longer balloon, we're going to take the tail of it and wrap it through the inside of our lollipop stick. The part that's folded is where you're going to use to support the inside piece. You're going to loop this around it, then twist it where it finishes, wrap it 3 times, and loop it around there. Okay, now you're just going to let this one kind of hang out. Now you're going to take the shorter one and start the same thing. You're going to loop it around. Make sure it's nice and secure. You're going to loop it over this piece. You're going to measure the same distance and loop it through your lollipop stick. You no longer need this piece. I like to tie it off just in case. And loop it again. Now we're going to take our outside piece of this and do the same exact thing. I'm going to measure it, twist, and loop around. If it's coming off, that's fine, because then you can put glue dots to secure it. Now using the glue dot, I'm going to make sure that my lollipop stays in place. We have our lollipop done. Now I'm going to show you another lollipop that you can make pretty much the same way. I'm going to blow up your white one first. You're going to tie and loop. Now you're going to pull them and twist them. And now you're going to do the same thing with the third one. You're going to loop it the same size. We're going to get over. And now you have a lollipop stick with 3 pieces. I want my lollipop stick to be about that height. Cutting it off. And tying. Now I'm going to take a 5-inch balloon, blow it up, release some air, make sure it's nice and round. And now taking the tail of the balloon, we're going to loop it through. Now I have a little lollipop sucker. Now that we've made all our candy, we're going to start assembling our candy cauldron. We're going to take 2 260 balloons in orange and inflate them with 6 pumps. For a more finished look, I like to twist this. And then you can bend it and shape it to give it a more round look. Now that we've inflated our two 260 balloons, we're going to prep them for our candy cauldron. We're going to place one on top of the other and adhere it with glue dashes. You could also use glue dots. Glue dashes just a little bit stronger, and I prefer them for longevity. And I like to twist these two together to make sure it's nice and secure. Now we're going to take a 3-foot jack-o'-lantern print orange balloon and inflate it to the size that we'd like. We're going to make the same process that we've done with the cauldron and the crystal ball and drop it in here, and now we're going to adhere it with glue dashes. Now that we have our candy cauldron pretty much assembled, we're going to do our top rim. We're going to take another 260 in orange. And we're going to pump it 7 times. We're going to take the 260 and make sure we have the desired length and tie it together. We're going to shape it and make sure now you are facing the front, so I'm going to turn it around facing me so that I can adhere the top 260 to my 3-foot balloon. Now that we have our top rim adhered to our 3-foot balloon, we're going to take one 260-inch balloon and give it 7 pumps as well. Ooh. If you have an accident, that's why you always need extras. Going to be our trick-or-treating handle. I'm going to make it a tad bit smaller. So I'm going to roll and cut off the excess I don't need and tie my balloon off. Using my glue dashes, because this is a DIY, we're going to go ahead and glue it to our 260 balloon. Now that we have our candy cauldron assembled, we're ready to go trick-or-treating. We're going to fill it with balloons now, aka candy. To fill with candies, we're going to begin by blowing up different colors of 5-inch balloons in different sizes. Making sure our balloons are always nice and round. I'm blowing up all my 5-inch balloons in different sizes. To start with my base, I'm going to do 6 pairs of 2 balloons to start with my base in my candy cauldron. I'm going to tie them together and put them to the side. I'm going to make 6 pairs like this. Now that I have my 6 pairs of balloons, I'm going to take each pair and twist it into each other to secure them. These are going to be my base candies for my cauldron. I'm going to take them and begin placing them where I like them best in my cauldron. And yep, you guessed it, using glue dashes, or glue dots, or a low temperature glue gun. Now that I have my 3 base quads in here, I can start filling with individual balloons. I'm going to add some little eye balloons, and I'm definitely going to add some black balloons to give it a little bit more of a contrast. Moving forward, you just have to blow up balloons individually and fill them where they fit best. Remember, if you need to do tiny, tiny balloons, you inflate your balloon, deflate it to where you'd like, push up the air, twist it, and tie it off. And for a really clean look, always cut off the tails before you glue them down. Now that we finished gluing all our candies together, our candy cauldron is ready to go trick-or-treating. Doesn't it look so good? Remember, always, always, always buy extra balloons just in case, especially the long ones. Thank you for watching.